Of course, Thomas and Annika went to school. Each morning at 8 o'clock, they trotted off, hand in hand, swinging their school bags. At that time, Pippi usually groomed her horse or dressed Mr. Nielsen in his little suit, or else she was taking her morning exercises, which meant turning 43 somersaults in a row. Then she would sit down on the kitchen table and, utterly happy, drink a large cup of coffee and eat a piece of bread and cheese. Thomas and Annika always looked longingly toward Villekulla as they started off to school. They would much rather have gone to play with Pippi. If only Pippi had been going to school too. That could have been something else again. Just think what fun we could have on the way home from school, said Thomas. Evening, my little angel. All children must go to school. The two policemen in the previous chapter said that to Pippi on behalf of the adults in the town. The result was not as expected. But right in this chapter, Pippi rides like wind to school. What made Pippi change her mind? Although Pippi's personality is special, I believe that it is also something that many other children love. We will know now what it is. Just think what fun we could have on the way home from school, said Thomas. Yes, and on the way to school too, said Annika. The more they thought about it, the worse they felt thinking that Pippi did not go to school. And at last, they determined to try to persuade her to begin. You can't imagine what a nice teacher we have, said Thomas artfully to Pippi one afternoon when he and Annika had come for a visit at Villekulla after they had finished their homework. If you only knew what fun it is in school, Annika added. I'd die if I couldn't go to school. Pippi sat on a hassock, bathing her feet in a tub. She said nothing but just wiggled her toes for a while, so that the water splashed around everywhere. You don't have to stay so very long, continued Thomas, just until 2 o'clock. Yes, and besides, we get Christmas vacation and Easter vacation and summer vacation, said Annika. Pippi bit her big toe thoughtfully, but still said nothing. Suddenly, as if she had made some decision, she poured all the water out of the kitchen floor, so that Mr. Nielsen, who sat near her playing with the mirror, got his pants absolutely soaked. It's not fair, said Pippi sternly, without paying any attention to Mr. Nielsen's persodate about his wet pants. It is absolutely unfair. I don't intend to stand it. What's the matter now? Asked Thomas. It will be Christmas in 4 months, and then you have Christmas vacation. But what I'll get? Pippi's voice sounded sad. No Christmas vacation, not even the tiniest bit of a Christmas vacation, she complained. Something will have to be done about that. Tomorrow morning, I'll begin to school. Thomas and Annika clapped their hands with delight. Hooray! We'll wait for you outside our gate at 8 o'clock. Oh no, said Pippi. I can't begin as early as that. And besides, I'm going to ride to school. And right she did. Precisely at 10 o'clock the next day, she led her horse off the porch. And a little later, all the people in the town ran to their windows to see what horse it was that was running away. That is to say, they thought he was running away, but it was only Pippi in a bit of a hurry to get to school. She galloped wildly into the schoolyard, jumped off the horse, tied him in a tree, and burst into the schoolroom with such a noise and a clatter that Thomas and Annika and all their classmates jumped in their seats. "Hide there!" cried Pippi, waving her big hat. "Did I get here in time for platification?" Thomas and Annika had told their teacher that a new girl named Pippi Longstocking was coming, and the teacher had already heard about Pippi in the little town. As she was a very pleasant teacher, she had decided to do all she could to make Pippi happy in school. Pippi threw herself down on a vacant bench without having been invited to do so. But the teacher paid no attention to her heedless way. She simply said in an amiable voice, "Welcome to school, little Pippi. I hope you will enjoy yourself here and learn a lot." "Yes, and I hope I'll get some Christmas vacation," said Pippi. "That is the reason I've come. It's only fair, you know." "If you could first tell me your whole name," said the teacher, "then I'll register you in school." "My name is Pippi Lotta Victoria Rungadina Crossminta, Ephraim Longstocking's daughter of a Captain Ephraim Longstocking, formerly the terror of the sea, now a cannibal king. Pippi is only a nickname because Papa thought Pippi Lotta was too long to say." "Indeed," said the teacher. "Well, then we shall call you Pippi too. But now," she continued, "suppose we test you a little and see what you know. You are a big girl, and you no doubt know a great deal already. So let us begin with arithmetic. Pippi, can you tell me what 7 and 5 are?" Astonished and dismayed, Pippi looked at her and said, "Well, if you don't know that yourself, you needn't think I'm going to tell you." All the children stared in horror at Pippi, and the teacher explained that one couldn't answer that way in school. "I beg your pardon," said Pippi contritely. "I didn't know that. I won't do it again." "No, let us hope not," said the teacher. "And now I will tell you that 7 and 5 are thrown." "See that?" said Pippi. "You knew it yourself. Why are you asking then?" The teacher decided to act as if nothing unusual was happening and went on with her examination. "Well now, Pippi, how much do you think 8 and 4 are?" "Oh, about 67, hazarded Pippi. "Of course not," said the teacher. 8 and 4 are thrown." "Well now, really, my dear little woman," said Pippi, "that is carrying things too far. You just said that 7 and 5 are thrown. There should be some rhyme and reason to things, even in school. Furthermore, if you are so childishly interested in that foolishness, why don't you sit down in a corner by yourself and do arithmetic and leave us alone so we can play tag?" The teacher decided there was no point in trying to teach Pippi any more arithmetic. She began to ask the other children the arithmetic questions. "Can Thomas answer this one?" she asked. "If Lisa has 7 apples and Axel has 9, how many apples did you have together?" "Yes, you tell Thomas," Pippi interrupted. "And tell me too, if Lisa gets a stomachache and Axel gets more stomachache, whose fault is it? And where did they get hold of the apples in the first place?" The teacher tried to pretend that she hadn't heard and turned to Annika. "Now, Annika, here's an example for you. Gustav was on a picnic with his schoolmates. He had a quarter, then he started out and 7 cents when he got home. How much did he spend?" "Yes, indeed," said Pippi. "And I also want to know why he was so extravagant. And if it was pop he bought, and if he washed his ears properly before he left home. A difficult time of class for the teacher, and disturbing surprises for Thomas, Annika, and their classmates also. Although the teacher has a good heart and a lot of patience, how will she handle this situation with her class now that Pippi is a part of it? Let us find out next time. Today's story time is over. I wish my little loves a good night's sleep. I kiss you long on your forehead. See you again next time.